What's going on, geeks? My name is Cody Armour, and it is Friday, so that means we're going to catch you up on what's happening this week in the world of geek. And before we get into that, of course, a shout out to our Patreons at patreon.com/geeksundergrace. You all are amazing. And of course, we're starting the day with the Nintendo Switch, though I feel like if you haven't heard about it yet, you probably don't care. Nintendo did a live stream of it yesterday, and then they had a Treehouse today about it, which was a few hours long. Looks cool, but they didn't really talk about the specs. We don't know what is inside this thing and if it is actually that much better than the PS4 or the Xbox One. In fact, most likely it's probably worse as far as specs go. Basically, for me, it's just a Zelda machine. I know I could have played it on the Wii U, but I just want to play Breath of the Wild on this console, and they came out with a new trailer for it, and it just looks amazing. There's voice acting, but it seems like it's just for cutscenes, not when you come up and talk to people. Also, they were super fuzzy about this. You can get the pre-orders right now for the Nintendo Switch. They made it seem like you had to go to New York and you only had a few to get from. Obviously, supplies is limited, but I went to GameStop. I got mine for the down payment of $50 and then a down payment of $5 for the game. So, also, probably should be mentioned that Mario is in New York for some reason, and that comes out, I believe, in December. But Breath of the Wild, Day 1 release, so yes. If you want to learn more, I'll leave links in the description below to yesterday's stream and then today's Treehouse. You can get all of the Nintendo info that you possibly could ever want. I think getting into some movie news. First of all, we know the title of the next, main X-Men movie, and it's going to be called X-Men Supernova. There is a comic by the same name of Supernova, but I don't really see them going that way. If they do, awesome. It seems much more likely that it's going to hint more on the Phoenix, Jean Grey. Also in news that I am super stoked for, Woody Harrelson is going to be in the Han Solo movie, which makes so much sense. And what I love about this is I couldn't really see Woody Harrelson being in a main Star Wars movie. It just really wouldn't make sense for his kind of acting in the main ones. But this is kind of a space western, so he fits perfectly. We don't know who he's going to be yet, but he did mention that he will be mentoring Han Solo, so that's cool. And then our final story today is about the Defenders. So Jeff Loeb, the guy who kind of runs everything with Marvel Netflix, was asked whether or not they would be meeting up with the Avengers because, like Doctor Strange, for instance, used to run the Defenders in the comics. There's not huge news here. You kind of get the we'll see all the time. But basically what he said is if the story warrants it, we will, of course, be doing our best to cross them over. So sadly, it seems like nothing in the near future, but maybe we can get something. I know that is what the fans want to see, so hopefully they know where the money's at and they do so. And I'm going to leave you with that. Just kind of a quick little video, catch you up on what's happening this week in the world of geek. Question today, are you getting the Nintendo Switch? Yes or no? I know we've asked this before, but it's out now. You can go pre-order it right now. So are you doing so? Yes or no? Please leave a comment in the comment section down below. As always, make sure you check out geeksundergrace.com for more geeky content. My name's Cody Armour, and you are watching The Week in Geek, the show that we do every Friday that lets you stay up to date on what's happening this week in the world of geek. We'll see you next week. God bless.